how the Kermit Gosnell trial shows human life is defined as a GPS coordinate, and why you should be moved to action over it. Before continuing, know that the subject matter discussed in this report is of a graphic nature. It cannot be discussed any other way. Viewer discretion is advised. The Kermit Gosnell case, a brief summary. Gosnell was a Philadelphia abortion provider prosecuted for murdering 7 babies during abortion procedures, defined as murder because he killed the infants after they were delivered alive, rather than poisoning them in the womb, which is the standard practice of a later-term abortion. In May of 2013, Dr. Gosnell was convicted on 3 counts of first-degree murder, acquitted on 1 count, and 3 counts were dismissed. This is important. Gosnell was prosecuted for killing 7 babies, but only convicted for 3 of them. Those other 4 babies still perished, so why the distinction? Gosnell delivered these babies alive, then made an incision in the back of the baby's neck and cut the spinal cord with a pair of scissors to kill them. 4 other members of Gosnell's clinic pled guilty to murder, and Gosnell was found guilty of killing a female patient as well, for which he was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in addition to the murders of the 3 babies. It is unknown how many babies Gosnell and his clinic murdered this way over his 30-year career. Nearly everyone agrees this was a horrifying and grisly tragedy, but there is a very important, persisting, and horrifying reality concealed in current abortion law as it relates to the 4 killed babies Gosnell was not convicted for. How life is legally defined as a GPS coordinate. Dr. Gosnell's clinic performed countless abortions in violation of Pennsylvania law's limit of 24 weeks. Just for reference, note that over half of premature babies born at 24 weeks survive. These illegal late-term abortions that were done past 24 weeks, these were not considered murder. The gestation period of the baby is not the legal determinant for murder in a botched abortion. To avoid charges like those brought against Gosnell, abortion providers know they must kill the baby while she is still in the womb. Then they cannot be charged with murder. Late-term legal abortion providers, as well as Gosnell's clinic, usually poison babies in the womb to kill them, then deliver the baby dead, and this is considered a completely legal abortion. Killing the baby in the womb avoids troublesome legalities in many states which protect babies born alive during an abortion. The important distinction here is that Gosnell was not convicted of murder for what he did, but rather for where the baby's body was when he killed them. It was standard practice for Gosnell and/or his staff to poison the baby in the womb, deliver the dead baby, then snip, their word, the baby's spinal cord to ensure fetal demise. Again, their words. If done in this way, this was a legal abortion. Gosnell was convicted on 3 counts of first-degree murder because it could be demonstrated that with these babies, he was too lazy or too incompetent to successfully poison them first, then deliver them. 4 of the murder charges brought against Gosnell were dismissed, not because he didn't cut the spinal cords, but because it could not be adequately demonstrated that these babies were delivered alive, despite testimony that some of these babies showed movement and/or even took a breath. Legally, the only factor that distinguished whether these babies perished as a result of an abortion or were murdered was the spatial location of the baby upon its demise, the baby's GPS coordinate. To better understand this current legal definition of human life, let us conduct a thought experiment that is savage to discuss, but is the reality of abortion. Our thought experiment will be a tale of two babies at one abortion clinic. You see Jane at 24 weeks and her mother on the left. You see John at 24 weeks and his mother on the right. Both Jane and John at 24 weeks, their skin is now pinkening thanks to small capillary formation. Their faces are fully formed. They even have eyelashes, eyebrows, and hair. They can hear loud noises from the womb and react. They are rolling, jumping, and kicking, often keeping mom awake. They are gaining about 6 ounces a week, largely due to putting on their baby fat. At the abortion clinic, Jane is injected with poison in her mother's womb. Her body is delivered dead. The result for Jane is death. This is a legal abortion. With John, again at 24 weeks, just like Jane, at the abortion clinic, John is delivered alive. His spinal cord is then cut outside the womb. The result for John is the same, but this is an illegal murder. The only difference between Jane's procedure that left her dead at the same period of development as John's procedure that left him dead is where Jane and John were killed, in the womb or out of the womb. This glaring moral hypocrisy that is current abortion law alarms abortion supporters. They don't want you to contemplate the ramifications of human life being defined solely as a spatial coordinate. Perhaps the only notion more frightening than our current abortion reality would be if our nation's largest abortion provider and our current president supported changes to abortion law not to offer greater protections to Jane and John, but to solve this hypocrisy by making it legal for any abortion provider to kill in or out of the womb. For this is the stated position of both Planned Parenthood and the President of the United States, Barack Obama. Allow me to document. The inevitable reality of post-birth abortions. Recently, in Florida, Planned Parenthood lobbied in opposition to a bill requiring abortionists to provide medical care to any infant who survives an abortion. Planned Parenthood's Elisa Lapolt Snow, representing the Florida Alliance of Planned Parenthood Affiliates, testified that her organization believes the decision to kill an infant who survives a failed abortion should be left up to the woman seeking the abortion and her abortion provider. Following is an excerpt of the dialogue from March 29, 2013, between Ms. Snow and Florida legislators regarding the proposed infant protection bill. Representative Jim Boyd. So, it is just really hard for me to even ask you this question because I'm almost in disbelief. If a baby is born on a table as a result of a botched abortion, what would Planned Parenthood want to have happen to that child that is struggling for life? Snow's response: we believe that any decision that's made should be left up to the woman, her family, and the physician. Representative Jose Oliva: you stated that a baby born alive as a result of a botched abortion, that decision should be left to the doctor and the family? Is that what you are saying? Snow's response: that decision should be between the patient and the healthcare provider. To see more of this testimony, including video, please visit the website on the screen. Let that sink in. Planned Parenthood wants to legally deny the right of survival itself to a beautiful baby boy or girl that is born surviving an abortion. This position takes away the most basic legal protections from a living, breathing, kicking baby. No matter what your position on abortion, this is a baby born alive, a legal citizen of the United States of America from its first breath. Most know that President Obama is an ardent supporter of Planned Parenthood, but his record indicates that his general support also extends to this specific issue of favoring post-birth abortions. That is, allowing a baby born during an abortion to be left to die. President Obama's record supports post-birth abortions. While in the Illinois Senate, President Obama voted 3 times against Illinois' Born Alive Infant Protection Act, a bill requiring doctors to give medical care to babies born alive during an abortion. On the screen you can see the 3 dates along with the Senate bill numbers assigned to the bill, for which Barack Obama voted no. While arguing against the bill on the floor of the Illinois General Assembly, President Obama referred to a baby born during an abortion as a fetus, or child, however you want to describe it. This is a convenient classification if you wish to dehumanize the baby in order to deny them life-saving medical care. Also, while debating the bill in 2002, President Obama argued that while babies might survive an abortion, it would be a, quote, burden to a mother's, quote, original decision to assess and treat them, meaning the baby. Listen to that one more time. Even though President Obama admitted that babies might survive an abortion, he feels it would be a burden to the mother's original decision to assess and treat them. For more info and audio links on President Obama's record regarding post-birth abortions, please visit the website on the screen. Kermit Gosnell is in jail for his murders, but the frightening reality of abortion law, which defines human life by a spatial coordinate, not only persists, but is trending toward allowing these babies to be killed even once they are born alive during an abortion. To understand Planned Parenthood's feelings about the Gosnell case, you need only listen in their own words to their reaction at Gosnell's guilty verdict. Where Planned Parenthood's sympathies lie and don't lie, in their own words. Upon hearing the verdict in the Gosnell trial, Planned Parenthood spokesman Eric Ferrero commented, "This verdict will ensure that no woman is victimized by Kermit Gosnell ever again. Remember that babies were murdered here. He was convicted of murdering 3 babies. But there is no mention at all of the babies in Planned Parenthood's statement. Could this be because Planned Parenthood realizes that any sympathy for the babies would philosophically contradict their position, which supports allowing babies born alive during an abortion to still be killed? If Planned Parenthood and President Barack Obama had their way, Kermit Gosnell would not be a convicted murderer today." Finally, a call for immediate action. We must act to abolish abortion on demand in the United States now, because if abortion proponents such as Planned Parenthood and President Obama have their way, that very act which made Dr. Gosnell a murderer, that is, the killing of babies delivered alive during an abortion, will no longer be a criminal act, but rather a legal post-birth abortion. We must change our laws to better protect the most innocent and helpless Americans of all, our children.